Hey there, welcome to another episode of the Duct Tape Goat Radio Show. Today is episode 528. So, just to kick it all off, today we're celebrating National Hamburger Day. And I figure best way to start National Hamburger Day with y'all is to share with you, some of my own personal experience with hamburgers. I used to work at a hamburger store. Not just like a little hamburger store. I've worked for some of the biggest companies about hamburgers that have ever been around. That being said, we'll do this chronologically from where it started to where I'm at today. Very first job was working at Jack in the Box. And that was pretty good. They got a good, tasty burger. The Jumbo Jack is good. The Jumbo Jack with cheese is good. Sourdough Jack is good. All their sandwiches. I call them sandwiches from over the years and working at Jack in the Box. But, sandwiches are really good. They make a good one. I've always been partial to like junior bacon cheeseburger, double bacon cheeseburger. Personally, double bacon cheeseburger, extra lettuce, extra tomato, extra onion, extra pickle. That just does me for the day. Like, totally delicious. Oh, same on the Jumbo Jack, too. It's pretty good, too. The Sourdough Jack, man. But, they got some interesting stuff, too. Like, not until I started working there, I didn't even know they sold cheesecake. They sold cheesecake. Raspberry cheesecake. So if you've never had a raspberry cheesecake from a fast food store, yeah, it's better than what I expected. But where else was there? There was Wendy's. Worked at Wendy's. They got a pretty good burger, and I got a pretty good Wendy's story for you, too. It's been a question for a while. Why does Wendy's have square hamburgers? And I figured it out one day. I was talking to one of my coworkers. We were opening up a box of inventory, and one of the boxes was full of meat. And I was like, dude, you seen what I've seen here? What are you talking about? There's like no airspace between these patties because they're square and they're fresh. It's not frozen and then shipped. It's fresh meat when it's shipped. So it's refrigerated. And all the patties fill up the entire box. Just, there's a box, it is full of patties. And that's how they save money on shipping, apparently, because shipping is very expensive. So they're able to, on the books, have more meat transported per shipment, which like saves them money in the long run that they've got all these locations. So that was pretty cool. Taco Bell didn't really have burgers, Even though I call burgers sandwiches, Subways, they don't really do a burger. But Dairy Queen, worked at Dairy Queen, they have the flame broiler. So if you're into like having your meat flame broiled, totally, Dairy Queen's got that. But everywhere I work makes a good burger, you know what I mean? Now I gotta say, I was never big on McDonald's, except for years ago I'd go there with my father. And, we could have been at a Burger King eating lower quality sandwiches, and I'd still look back and have great memories with my father. But, I never worked at McDonald's. I was 5 minutes late for an interview one day, and thank God I never had to work there. They said I am never going to work at McDonald's for the rest of my life because I was late for one interview. They made that big a deal about it. I was very offended and, went on to bigger and better things. And I do my best to, keep my volume in pace with the traffic, so pardon my silence if I have to stop and wait for an ambulance or a fire truck or something to go by. Because, this is a smoking patio where I smoke cigarettes and vlog about the day. But yeah, so, a little bit about me, used to work at Jack in the Box and Wendy's and all these other places, and now you know why Wendy's has square patties. Maybe you want to celebrate at any of those places. I don't care. It's not like they pay me. They used to. Not anymore, though. So, that was pretty good. I figured I would give you guys some updates. I have been having to use my old Wi-Fi phone. We're talking about a phone from like 7 years ago. And it works. It's getting things done. But it's not as high a quality. And this morning's session, the file didn't work, so I have to redo it. That's fine. Which is unfortunate because I was hoping it would upload when I left to go for a ride. And when I came back, it was like, error. That's always nice. Then I tried fixing it. Oh, I'm not even going to mess around with it. It's more work than it's worth. It's faster just to re-record. So this is for the day. This is episode 4 already. But I'll try and get myself up a little bit earlier. I just don't wake up early. That's not part of my life. But I'll try and wake up early so I can get you guys some cool shots of the sunrise out here, in Los Angeles, because it's absolutely beautiful. That's the only thing that I've woken up for. If I felt like waking up at all, is just to watch that sunrise. It's beautiful. So that's what's going on. I was on my other phone, but then I had this weird issue on it. And I'm like, what's up with these phone issues? You know what I mean? And I know what it is. I go installing 500 apps on the thing, and then they're doing updates, and it interrupts things, and it slows it down. So I bought another phone. It's on the way. I can't even make phone calls right now, not for another week or so. And the interesting thing is, I contacted my phone company. When I contacted my phone company, I said, my phone broke. What can I do about this? Can we pause my service? Can we pause my service or suspend it temporarily for, however many couple weeks it might be until I get a new phone? And they said, we can't do anything now, but I can make a note right now, and then call us when you get your phone, and then we'll give you an extension on your payment cycle. I was like, wow, really? That sounds kind of cool. So hopefully this alters my payment cycle. I've been trying to alter my payment cycle anyways because I like paying my bill at around about the same time as the rest of my bills. And it's like the one bill that hasn't been there. So I still pay it ahead of time, but it's more work to do it that way than like on the same day as everything else. It makes no difference, but it kind of makes a difference. In my brain, how I run the books, it does. So I'm on this old Wi-Fi phone. Can't really even make phone calls. Skype won't install on it. You know what I mean? It's an old one, but it's okay. It's good. It'll work. And then it'll be a lot better, hopefully after another week, by the time this other phone comes in, and I'll be able to do some more mobile uploads. I was really planning on today sending you guys an upload from the burger shop, but I was like, nah, I want to do this before I ride off. So, however it goes, that's how it goes. Great news everywhere else, though. We took that black light and white light, went and installed it on the bike. Fires up. Now I've got 4 total lights, all lighting up. And it lights up well. And not only does it light up well, it's legal. That bicycle standard of lighting. I've got a front light. If the engine's running, front light's on. the engine's running, got a tail light, that light's on. But even better than that, I got a green light on the engine, so the whole engine lights up green. And I installed the black light underneath it, but at an angle that it kind of hits the kickstand. Because black light, it's a tough light to work with. It takes a lot of power and a lot of lights to really make a black light work and look good. So what I've got going on is I installed it bouncing off of the kickstand. So when people are driving by, they see the kickstand's going to be having this extra little hint of black light glow to it. And that should be kind of interesting. I'm really looking forward to catching some eyes, So the lights are good. Haven't done the wrist pin yet, but that's okay. Try to keep you up to date with the interesting stuff I get. One of the interesting things that I'm supposed to have, or should have, or supposed to have, whatever, it all varies on how people look at the law. I don't think federal motor vehicle safety standards should apply to a bicycle, but, that's fine by me. But I got this simple little light. Or, I call it a light. I don't know why I call it a light. It's a mirror. Obviously, it's a mirror. And it looks like it's positionable. But it's not really positioning at all. So, it cost me a total of 95 or 97 cents, and it's got a little tiny reflector. So, for $1, I can't really complain. I'll put it somewhere, and hopefully it'll just provide that little extra bit of peripheral vision that'll let me see stuff going on behind me. I haven't found that I even use these though. If I want to see behind me, I just turn around and look behind me. And then cars are like, oh shit, that guy on a bike, he's looking at me. That's an attention getter, It's like, he looked at me, he's gonna do something, watch out, So, but at night, mirrors are really nice because it catches a lot of light. If it's set up in the right way. I'd be able to set this up in a way that, all it does is inform me when there's car lights approaching. So that's kind of a good thing. For 97 cents, took about, what do I think that was? Maybe a week and a half to ship. Which isn't too bad coming in from China, from some warehouse somewhere. Yeah, National Hamburger Day, 28th of May, every single year is Hamburger Day. And, there's a lot of those hamburger videos, if you want to really celebrate the day with me, you know what I mean? You're out there on YouTube, check out some of those hamburger videos, you know what I mean? A couple of them might be a couple years old, or some of them might be from today, But that's what the celebration's all about. Celebrating the day. Yeah, I went for a good ride, got some fresh air, every bike's running well. Next thing to install is this mirror and the new wrist pin bearing. Looking forward to it, haven't done it exactly yet. Kind of waiting, thinking what else is there that I might want to do while I'm in there, But I don't know what I need to do while I'm in there. I don't really need to do anything. I'll just go change the thing, but I haven't done it yet. But that's alright. It's been a pretty good day so far. Same thing as every day, go celebrate with my friends, drinking coffee, BS for a couple hours, and upload the vlog. And you know, so far so good. You know, I'm really looking forward to here in a week or two when I'll be able to get some uploads coming in from different locations. You know what I mean? Optimally, we're going to be celebrating via the vlog, via the live stream, from some kind of location that is relevant to the celebration of the day. And maybe you don't think that's a great idea, and if you think you got a better idea, put it in the comments or make your own video, you know what I mean? Either way is cool by me. Uh, I'm really glad with the idea, you know. Nothing's really been breaking down except my phone, you know. And I can tell you all about how that happened. I decided, well, maybe the latest custom firmware is going to help with why my camera is stuttering. I installed the latest 7.1 version of Android, and now my phone is bricked. So that's what happened there. Not really the smartest thing, but now I'm really looking at it from a very technical angle. There's different variants of the same model, same size and dimensions on the outside. And what I'd really like to do is get a different motherboard that can handle 7.1. There's some similar variants for different network operators, and you know, one of the network operators that I go through, I can either get a new phone or I can get a new motherboard and swap out, well, on a phone they call it a logic board. Essentially it's the same thing though, and I'll be able to take that from a different carrier's phone and drop it into my phone and then be able to upgrade to 7.1, and you know, that'll work with my carrier. So that's going to be kind of interesting. I've got that planned, but nothing's been ordered yet. You know, right now my focus is just, you know, how I got to get something that's going to handle the recording just every day, and I've got a few backup pieces. I got a few different cameras and phones and stuff that I can, if something doesn't work, I'll use something else. If that doesn't work, I'll, you know, go to something else after that. And you know, it's kind of cool right now. This is my speedometer phone. I just use it for GPS on my bike. It's a speedometer. It doesn't do anything else. It's got a short battery life. It'll work long enough to, you know, record the vlog, drive for an hour out and another hour back. So, you know, it's a pretty fun way, and it tracks my miles. Really helps with doing maintenance, you know, seeing like, okay, you know, it's been 250 miles. I kind of know what's going to break next, what's going to need repaired on. So, you know, I try to keep you guys updated on the different stuff going on, since it's been a while since y'all have really been in the major loop of what I'm doing, you know, which isn't too much. You know, mostly I'm just retired anymore, sitting back, relaxing, but I try to fix stuff, you know. I do on-site mobile technical repair. And I just show up on site and fix whatever's broken, you know what I mean? Uh, I've done stuff as far as, you know, if you've got a squeaky stair step and we're talking and you complain about it, I'm going to say to you, you know, would you like it fixed? You know, what can we do to fix this for you? Um, exactly how I do, you know? And that being said, if maybe any of you up there on the internet, you know, maybe you've got an old project that's collecting dust. You haven't done anything with it for a while, and last time you did, you were confused about what to do. You know, you need some guidance, you'd like some advice or suggestions, or you're looking for an affordable product, you know. I'd be down to help you with it, you know. I'll just reply to you down there in the comments. Um, and by that same token, you know, as I as I'm earning money and stuff, you know, I'm down to, like, if you got a broken whatever it is, I'm down to go buy something that's broken in the same way on the internet and repair it via the cam, you know, and that'll be really nice. That you know, an extra dedicated level of technical support, and all about just, making your computer run like it should be. That's my motto, doing computer repair mainly. That, computers don't always run the way we want them to. And it's definitely a major goal of mine that, if you've got a computer, it should be running how you want it to. And I do the best I can to keep mine up to speed. And even if it means running experimental software through my phone and not being able to make phone calls for a week. But I don't just do it for me, I do it for the experience. Now there's a post online, and if people want to install that version of operating system on that specific motherboard, they can research it first and go, oh, hey, this guy fried his board. I'm not going to do that, you know what I mean? So a bad experience isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like that little adventure I had just the other day, that's going to save a lot of people time and energy when they're able to look into it and say, oh, that's not compatible. It's been tested and is known not compatible. So, it's really fun. Um, like I said, I'm going to take that phone repair into something technical and really try to do this compatible compatible logic board from another variant of the same model phone, uh, under different carriers and different radios. It should be interesting. I imagine it might work. It might need some modification. It might need a guide. Definitely though, it's going to be a couple weeks before I get on that level of project. And once I'm starting to work with two hands on air, I'm going to have to get a tripod so that so I can really walk you guys through what I'm doing. Besides that, and I'm not going to make no 2-hour videos so people are looking for the repair about what's going on, the whole breakdown. I'm going to pretty much just run you through it with the base bare facts that people Google for, you know what I mean? Is this the same size? If it's not the same size, what's different? Can it be modified to work? Even if it is the same size and the same dimensions and the cables all fit, is it even going to fire up? Is it going to work? You know what I mean? Is there going to be anything that doesn't work because it's different? And I'll try to hit all those major key points with any repair I do. So, that also being said, to reiterate, if you've got stuff that's broken and it needs fixed, and you just want some guidance on it, leave it in the comments below. I might even make a video about it. Also, if you got suggestions about, upcoming days to celebrate, national days. I keep it to the national days because, everybody can kind of keep up with what the national day is. It's, I wake up in the morning, before I'm even awake, people are celebrating that national day. And I think it's an amazing thing. The National Day is something to bring people together. We wake up and there's a topic that's already set, that other people are already talking about. So it's like, all we're really doing is adding to that conversation, So if you want to talk about the future, man, we can talk about what's going on 5 days from now. Come up with a plan, you know what I mean? Maybe there's anybody else in the area, you know what I mean? I'm out here in that beachside LA area, so if maybe you want to meet up and, do a comparative blog, hit that live stream session and get like 5 different cameras from a few different channels, you know what I mean? That's all down. I'm down. That's cool. Anything that's going on, just leave it in the comments below, you know what I mean? I really appreciate it that, anybody would. So, that being said, it's National Hamburger Day. If you haven't had a hamburger all year, go celebrate. If you're a vegetarian, I've seen garden burgers. They're pretty damn delicious. If they weren't so expensive, I'd eat more of them. They're pretty great. So there's no reason not to celebrate. It's a unifying thing that brings people together. If my family was all still around, you know what I mean, I'd be taking everybody out for hamburgers today. But instead of that, everybody out here can, go celebrate at your favorite hamburger joint, you know what I mean? Anyways, that's all we got going on today. It's been some rough news with, having to use different stuff to manage getting just a simple recording done. But I won't leave you hanging. Like I said, even if it's just a couple minutes, I'm going to be getting something up here every day. And once I've got an actual service plan package to it, we'll be actually handling, getting out there in the world around LA and, show you some interesting sights and, you know, show you that angle of what I see every day. I think it's pretty amazing. It's a reason to celebrate. So yeah, leave comments in the description. Leave comments below the description. Um, Anything you want to see that I'm talking about, you know what I mean? I'll try and leave links to those products in the description. Maybe you're looking for something that I'm talking about. Um, yeah. So, you know, mostly I'm out here on the radio show for the radio aspect of it. So it's like running a radio show from anywhere. It's gonna sound the same, with a different ambience. So I'm kind of interested as far as to see if it's gonna be interesting to have that different set change with finding an appropriate location for the National Day. And it's hilarious, if you get into it, man. I see the National Day being advertised. Like, people are spending millions of dollars just to push their product to the top one day every year and to get that top advertising position. So, celebrate the day every day. This is the Duct Tape Goat Radio Show every day. And I hope y'all just have a great day.